Hello, hello. My name is King Harry. This is episode 13 of LiveWell SleepWell. I post 30-minute videos, 30-minute podcasts on Spotify, YouTube, and 10 minutes if you're here on social. Post every day. I'm thinking in the mornings now, but I'm still trying to solve that. Yeah, podcast and stuff. Anyways, I missed yesterday's podcast, and today's podcast is kind of late because as I'm downloading everything, it's probably gonna take forever. But yeah, it's kind of late, so yeah. And also, I forgot to record yesterday's podcast. But yeah, like I was saying, because usually I was recording at night, right? I'm recording at night and I posted up the next day. But I wanted to do mornings now. It's just a matter of waking up and also fixing my schedule in that sense because today I slept at 12, but then I woke up at 3. My internal clock woke me up at 3. But then I was also hungry, so I stayed up for a little bit and then made food around 5, 8, and finished. Went back to bed around 6, and woke up around 12 or 1, and was chilling, doing some stuff, checking my finances and checking what I have going on. Just taking in everything so that I can gather my thoughts and gather what's gonna be my next step, things like that. Of course, I know what I'm gonna do next, but it's just making sure everything's accounted for, everything that I'm not surprised by anything. So there's that. But anyways, yeah. So basically that, and now it's two. Now it's two. So as I'm uploading this, posting this, probably won't be done till like 3, or I won't be done till like 2:30, and then editing it, everything. Might probably get it out by 3. The 10-minute video for social and the podcast. But for the full length video for YouTube, that probably won't be done till like 7 or 8 later today. So because the rendering and uploading takes a bit. So yeah. But anyways. Funny story is after I recorded my last episode, I actually had a migraines afterwards. So that really messed up the day because I wanted to do more that day, but since I had migraines, I just call it a day. And even though I'm not tired, I went to bed. Even though I wasn't tired, I just laid in bed and went to sleep, relax. And it was not a comfortable sleep. It was like, oh, my head is still striking, but I know I just need to rest and just rest my head and not do anything. Yeah, it was horrible. If you ever had migraines before, it was horrible. One thing I've noticed is that right before I have migraines or when I do have migraines, what ends up happening is that I start losing vision, or not losing vision, but there starts to be dark spots in my vision. So if I'm trying to look at something, and this like dark spot, I can't really make like there's dark spots in my vision, then that's how I know that I'm going to have a migraine. Because usually every time that happens, I have a migraines right after. So it's like I have that, and if I keep trying to like force that vision or just you know just go my day as normal, then I have a migraine. Basically, it's like a precursor to a migraine. As what I've been learning. The last 2 times I have a migraine, it was right after that, having that blurry vision, not blurry vision, but having that dark spot in my vision. I could think of a couple of things. Maybe it's because I didn't get enough sleep or not getting enough sleep throughout the week, or maybe it's because of the lighting hitting my just too much activity in my brain or something where the light's hitting my face and I'm trying to talk to the podcast and I'm trying to make things think about things to talk about. And it was in the morning, so I just not in the morning, but it was in the afternoon. But I basically just woke up, and so as I was getting things going, maybe just too much things going on and caused me issues. I don't know. But all I know is that it was not fun. But today, work on music. Probably go buy some more watermelon. Go buy some more fruits, or we'll see. I'm not sure exactly yet. But also probably go support my friend Tyson. Since he's selling fruits, probably might end up going over today to go buy some fruits or whatnot. Watermelon, coconut maybe. But I'm just not 100% yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go today or not. If anything, probably just stay home, work on music, and get things rolling. Get this podcast out. Plan things out a bit. Really sit down, do music, plan things out. Maybe record a dance today. I do need to shave. I haven't shaved in a bit, so I have like stuff. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, I totally forgot yesterday to record an episode. But also this new schedule I'm trying to do. I've been waking up like at 12, so like if I upload things, I won't get done till like 3, or So I was like, I need to start recording this video way early in the morning, excuse me, so that I can get it out to you guys a lot easier. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this. You're having a good time. If not, well, that's all right too, as long as you're stopping by, I guess. Well, like I said, this is more so practice for fun, and also if you would like to follow my journey. But if anything, it's been really nice doing these podcasts. It's just a matter of keeping myself accountable. Like I said, it's not hard to do these videos. It's just more so about consistency and having things to talk about, and just overall keeping myself accountable, because I do want to do things consistently. But if I don't keep myself accountable, and if I don't do them consistently, then I'm never going to develop that habit, or that comfort, or that system to where I could just pump these things out. 30-minute videos are long, but they're not that long. And so when I do decide to just do like a 10-minute video, that'll be a lot easier, to just edit, cut it out, and like upload it, etc. Have a system going. Anyways, something special I can talk about, because since I did kind of miss yesterday's episode, and also because it was on my mind too, is that let's see, as I'm looking at my notes right here, I don't drink often, but one moment that really made me like, I don't drink often, but when I do drink, it's also quite the experience of like knowing how I am, and also figuring out that side of me as well. And also like, it's like another learning kind of tool, or like another thing to like kind of learn more about myself, or to kind of like navigate a little bit. Basically, I don't drink often, but when I have drank, one of my experience that really kind of taught me who I am in a way, is that I realized that there was just this moment in time when I was drinking, and just like, or I had to go sit by myself, and I couldn't stop thinking negatively about myself. Not that I really believed everything I thought about myself, but because uh, it was hard to make to really correct, or it was hard to make a clear thought. But it was also like, um, I was thinking negative about myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm like, I'm just horrible. I can't think straight, and I'm just like, ah, I'm like, I know I don't believe this about myself, but I do feel this way about myself. I'm like, this is horrible. I can't stop thinking like this, or and I'm just kind of just sitting by myself, because I'm like, what's going on, because I know it's not true, and I know that I'm better than this, or not better than this, but I know that like this isn't me. But then I also couldn't remove it from my mind and from my thoughts, and I'm just like, what's going on? And that's what that kind of showed me, was just like when I'm drinking, and kind of just showed me like kind of like my other sides, or like my more the other sides of me, that when I have my external like kind of shield, or external layer removed, then that's kind of like how I feel a little bit inside. Because like, at least that's what I kind of bring it down to, where it's like, yeah, it kind of comes down to how I feel. And like, well, what that is that it's the me without my layer of skin, without my outside layer. It's me without my logic, without my clear thoughts, and without my being all there. And that's the me that that's it's inside, that isn't very logical, kind of a thing. If that kind of makes sense. It just made me kind of understand myself a little bit more, where I stand, how I kind of feel about myself, how I react to things. So it's quite a fun experience, but also quite a interesting and different experience. Because one of the notes I have here is that I felt like pathetic, or I felt inadequate. I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I felt like I'm such a failure. So I was just like, man, I don't believe all these things, but I can't help but feel this way. But I can't pull myself out of it because I can't create a clear thought. I can't create a clear conscience. But I know that that was what I was feeling. I know that that's how I was like. That's what was in my emotions and feelings, and I was like, I know it's not true, but I also can't stop myself from thinking and feeling this way. And that what that kind of tell me now, as I thought back to those moments, is that that's what I feel like without my external layers, like I was saying. But you know, with all that being said, though, it also goes to show that I do have a lot of growing to do too. Because, of course, in a perfect world, you're drinking, you'll be all okay, right? Kind of a thing. Well, for the most part, I am. Like, even if I do drink a little bit more, I'm mostly okay. It's just that that night, it was just more so a lot of things accumulating, or like different feelings that made me feel that way. Like, oh, I could have done this better, or I should have done this better, or I look like this way, or I look pathetic, or I'm trying to make something happen, but it's not really working out, and and I feel like a failure because I failed, or like because I'm trying to like talk with my friends, but it's not really. I can't really explain my thoughts. It's like, oh, I'm such a failure. I'm supposed to be able to explain myself, but I'm not able to explain myself, and it makes it difficult to I don't know, to kind of just think about it and just be like, hey, like explain myself, but because I failed to explain myself, I'm like, oh, I'm so pathetic, I'm so inadequate, I'm trash, kind of a thing. Or it's like that's not like true, but it's just like I couldn't think around it, and all my brain was telling me was just you're bad, you're not good, you're not because you're really bad. Explain yourself. You're like, but it's just like a learning experience, and also it's like oh, like I said, I don't drink a lot, so now that I have experienced that more, I'm like, oh, this is kind of how my brain kind of functions, or how I perceive things when I don't have all my logic, when I'm not all there. That's kind of how I kind of start to perceive things, where it could kind of spiral down too, because it wasn't like it was even bad. It didn't start off me just like after drinking, I'm like, oh god, this is so horrible. It wasn't like that. It was just like slowly built up to that moment where I was just sitting. I'm just like, oh, what's going on? I can't make a clear thought, or I can't. I know I don't believe these things, but it's I know I feel it. Where it didn't go straight to that. It was just something that slowly spiraled into that, where I was just like, small thoughts, small little things in my mind, and it started to eat away at me. Before I know, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so horrible. So it wasn't like it started right there. It just slowly built up to it, and kind of made me kind of understand where I kind of sit, and where all my thought process is, and where what it's like when I do drink a little bit more, or like to be in those situations. Cause, but yeah, it was quite an experience, a learning process, and overall though, I didn't hate it, or I didn't enjoy it, but it wasn't like it was a good experience to learn from and to understand myself better, and also to see where I stand, and also um, to learn more about myself, because it literally felt, it was nothing like I ever felt or I really understood before, but it made a lot of sense, and also it felt like it came from a place that was was true to how I felt, but also I know that it wasn't true, like like it felt true to my feelings, but I know that it's not true to who I am and how other people may perceive me, or things like that. So I know it's not true, but I feel it like it's true. And I was like, that's a very interesting experience to actually feel that, to think something, but also feel something entirely different too. So it was like a dual experience, and something that was really interesting. And I think the next time when that does happen, or even in a situation where I might feel that way but think differently, and without the involvement of alcohol, I could get out of it, or I could, get myself to a better space. Because if it wasn't for the alcohol, I'm sure, because what the alcohol was kind of doing was that it was preventing me from pulling myself out of that. Because usually, if that ever happens, where I feel a certain way, but I think a certain way, I can pull myself away from those negative thoughts or those negative feelings and say, all right, let's go, let's pick it up, or let's get to the next thing. And usually I could do that, but because the alcohol was preventing me from doing that, it kind of made me understand to like, oh, those feelings and those moments. Because usually I can be able to like, pick myself up and let's get going, next part. But it kind of just made me face those kind of thoughts, those ideas, face those thoughts, face the ideas, and also better myself, and also see where I stand and how I react to things and things like that. If that kind of makes sense, I'm kind of just going around in a circle with this thoughts and these ideas. But I thought that was a very interesting topic and a very interesting idea that came to mind, because I think that it was very helpful in terms of just seeing. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I think it was very helpful just seeing who I am, where I stand, and what is my current thought process, and how do I currently feel, like, truthfully, like, quotations, because I don't know how true those feelings were to me personally, or if that was just the alcohol talking, or if that's me personally, or that's, but it did feel very, because it wasn't, like, not true. It had to have come from somewhere, and either that's because of the way I've thought things through and then came to that conclusion, or if it's because I truly feel that way, or it was because or it was only because of that night and how I felt to do this and that, and that's how I feel, and that's why I feel like so terrible. It could be failing from like being able to convey my thoughts, or failing to make a joke happen, or it could be failing to drink more than I thought I could, or like, it's like it could have stemmed from everything, but because as I was just thinking about it had to have come from somewhere, is what I'm trying to say. But like I said, it was just a learning learning experience, being more having be in those moments, knowing who I am. And like I said before, if it wasn't for the alcohol, that I always pull myself out. I'm able to gather myself, collect myself, and understand that I might feel like this, but I know that it's not true, kind of a thing. Because what the alcohol, like I said, was doing was just, I might have felt like that, but I knew that wasn't true. But I just couldn't pull myself out of it. And I kind of just had to sit by myself and just cover my face and kind of just kind of soak it in. But if it wasn't for that, then I'll be able to just move forward and, leave that kind of behind and things like that. So it was a new experience, different things. It wasn't horrible, but I didn't enjoy it either. But it was a learning experience, and I think it was quite nice. It was because I felt like it only made me better as a person. Like it only taught me more about myself. It only pushed me further ahead in terms of like what I know about myself, how I feel about myself, and things like that. So there's a lot of things I could pick from it, but basically it wasn't a bad experience, I would say. It wasn't enjoyable, but it wasn't a bad experience. It was like a kind of necessary learning thing. But yeah, it was yeah, but that was kind of like that little side story. Hopefully you can get something out of it. Hopefully, if you ever experienced anything like that, even whether that's from drinking or without drinking, if you ever had an experience like that, that you can't pick yourself up, and that you it's hard at that specific moment to do those things, but it takes time, and it's okay if it's hard, or it's just that you'll get through it, kind of a thing. Yeah, hopefully you can think more about your situation, or that can help you in some way, or maybe it's just entertaining for you to hear my story about how that kind of happened, because it is kind of entertaining and kind of funny too, because it is like a little bit, oh man, I can't believe that happened, but it's also like that's funny, because like I couldn't just catch myself. It was like so weird. It was a funny experience. Anyways, either way you take it, just remember that it's all good. We still have tomorrow, and it's very hopeful. Another thing I could talk about is that what's funny, not funny, but what's something that helps me sleep is rain. Like, I like to play rain right before I sleep, so I put my phone on a timer and then put like a rain sounds. But what it kind of does is just because sometimes I find it hard to just be away from, or to just stop watching stuff or just stop going through my socials and just go to sleep. Because I find it hard to do that at times, I just go, okay, you know what? Play some rain sounds and fall asleep instead of watching a video and falling asleep. Play some rain sounds, put my phone on a timer, lay there, think about something, and before I know it, I'm out. It's like it takes like three minutes, like 3 minutes for me to knock out. Cause I like put the phone on a timer, put it down, think about something, and then within even less than 3 minutes, but within 3 minutes, I should be asleep, where I should basically like like turn off my system and just turn off everything, especially if I'm tired. But rain sounds specifically, it's like it could either be heavy rain with thunder, lightning, and like heavy rain, just like pouring down, or it could be soft rain, where it's just like light rain. You just hear small taps. But what I figured that was actually helpful to listen to rain sounds, just to excuse me, to just tone down my energy, and just to tone down how I'm feeling, and just kind of like come down to earth a little bit, and also just to like go shut down, to kind of shut down a little bit, to give myself that time to just relax and shut down and just go to sleep. So that's something pretty interesting. Maybe it's something you might like to do too. And you can't just you don't have to just limit to rain sounds too. There's river sounds, wilderness, woods, birds, things like that. There's a lot of things you can look for. But I know for me, for a fact, it's rain and running water, or like rivers, or like streams, little things like that, where it's just water. I'm not sure exactly why, but I believe that water is a very helpful thing for me to use when falling asleep. It just helps me, I guess, calm down and kind of just relax, kind of a thing. But yeah, maybe it's something you could try, and that's maybe something that's helpful for you. There was something that was on my mind that now it totally just left my mind. I was trying. Okay, there we go. I usually make stories. I make these stories with stickers. I call them music and stickers, but basically, I just pick a song or an instrumental or a piano or a guitar, or I pick a music, either that's a cover, the original, orchestra, remix, etc. But I pick a song I like, and then I use that song, and then I pick like 15 seconds, and then I put stickers that either how I feel, how the song makes me feel, or what I just want to tell, the story I try to tell. So within those ideas, I pick stickers that I like, that's cute, or that I enjoy, or that I think that fits the emotions I'm trying to do, and that is comparable, or that is that enhances the music and also the feelings of the stickers. So I put the music, 15 seconds, a segment, and then I take those stickers and I put them down, and I make it like kind of nice and pretty and cute, and like kind of like a little panel. And it's been really nice. I have a lot of them on my Instagram, in my highlights. But they're all really. Some of them I do them really nice. Some of them I do it half. Sometimes some of them I do it like, put my all into it, and it looks very cute, very pretty, and it has a lot of stickers and a lot of different things going for it. But sometimes it's just like either just one sticker, 2 stickers, 6 stickers. It's just like something simple, and I just really want to show the music and like have a little bit of something. I was doing them every day, and then now it's just more so I do it every now and then, because I have, it takes time to do them, and also I don't want to just keep pumping them out, because it's like a quantity over quality thing. It was like quality over quantity thing. But yeah, it's very cute, it's very nice, and hopefully that's something that you'll enjoy if you do follow me, or you do see my stories, or you do see my social stuff. It's just very fun, very, very cute, and it's very nice. I shouldn't be tired. I slept, like I said, I slept 12 to 3, and then I slept at 6 till like 12, or 6 till like 1. Shouldn't be too tired, but I don't know. Still just waking up, I guess you could say. I still have a lot of time. I still have like 6 minutes left for me to just talk and share how everything is going. Like I said though, everything is going really well for the most part. Get things rolling. I want to create more content like this and also do the music thing. So I want to really get on my gears and really pump out some music. Of course, got to make sure I get everything I need to get to, like get food. So today, most likely probably, well, we'll see. I'm not quite sure yet because I have to figure out everything out. Oh, wow, excuse me. Oh, but yeah, hopefully get things done. But yeah, probably end up going to go to my friend Tyson to go buy some fruits. But it is kind of quite a drive too. So if I was to drive to him, it might take a bit. So we'll see. Cause I do want to work on my music today, so I might end up just going to the store and go grab some things really quick and come back home. I do also need to make breakfast too. So, or no, right now it's in the afternoon. So eat my first meal of the day. So eat my first meal, do some music, sit down, do some things. Hopefully, don't get a migraine this time. Oh yeah, also shave. Cause well, shave, but also it's like, okay, so I would like to shave. But I also shaving too often kind of makes my skin very sensitive. So I kind of don't want to do that either. But if I'm recording a video like podcast, then I would prefer to be shaved. And also if I'm like dancing and stuff, then I would prefer to have a clean shave. But I don't think I'll be dancing today or having a video posted because I really need to get my music going. So probably just gonna hop on my music and if anything, shave tonight so I can be in the morning tomorrow and do my podcast and then get things going in the morning. Because the idea is to have that. Yesterday I did fix my AC compressor, so that's really cool. I was able to get that done. Of course, it costs money, so I was like, money. But I was able to fix my AC compressor, which is really great. Or not me, or specifically, but I had my one of the rice people help me out. All I need to do is just provide the parts, and they'll help me, get the old one out, put the new one in. But what he kind of tells me is that what was happening with the old AC compressor was that yes, it was working, yes, it was spinning, but what was happening was that the spinning thing was not biting into the compressor. So it was spinning, it's working fine. It's just that it's not biting to the compressor, so it's not spinning the compressor when it should be spinning. So that's what's causing the issue, and that's why the AC compressor is not working. But since I put the new one in, it's been working fine. So far it's been great. So I'm having a good time. Hopefully I can, probably return the old compressor, return the things that we put into the new compressor so that it gets cool and stuff. But return those so I get $30 back because I'm returning the old stuff or to the store, to the auto store, things like that. So probably do that. If not today, probably do it tomorrow. If anything, I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow most likely. Because tomorrow I'm gonna have to head out to Rise too, so head back to Rise for meetings and stuff, and then return that, go to Rise, come back, do music. But we'll see. Very exciting stuff. Get that done. Like I said, I have things going on, but definitely want to hop on my music tonight or today. So gotta get that rolling. Feeling quite hungry, even though I ate last night. Like I said, mom and dad trying to drop to 140. Right now I'm like one. I'm like, because I've cut a lot. I've been not like kind of skipping meals, but I've been cutting a bit more because I want to drop to 140, so I need to cut a bit more than I have to right now, so I can drop to 140 and start to maintain 140. Because maintaining and dropping is kind of like two different things. Because once you drop, I feel like it's a lot easier to maintain. Not easier to maintain, but it's like once you hit a certain weight you want, then maintaining it will be. It's easier to figure out how to maintain than it is to drop. Because to drop, you have to be at a calorie deficit, and to be at a calorie deficit, you have to eat less, or you have to work more. You have to have less calories in, or less calorie in, and like, yeah, less calorie in, more calories out. Kind of. I don't know, anyway, all I'm trying to say is that dropping weight can get difficult, but to maintain that drop weight, it's like a different story, But hopefully I can drop to around 138, 140, so that it's around that ballpark, and then I can start to maintain. I can start to refine things, and just overall just make sure that have a good day going. Basically out of time now. Well, thank you for watching. This is Live Well, Sleep Well. Name is King Hair. Post every day, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people that listen this far, but if you do, thank you so much for listening this far. Hopefully I can have some more things to show later this week or later next week, where I could have music or something I can show you guys and everyone. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.